It's the Fellowship of the Geek Show, a weekly podcast about comics, the comic book industry, and other geek pop culture. Music courtesy of Manny the Martyr. And now, on with the show!
Hey there, everybody. It's the Fellowship of the Geeks podcast. My name is Thomas Chick, and joining me for this episode is Mike Marlowe.
Hey, gang.
Les Webster.
Hello, all.
And Liz Newman.
Hello, everybody.
How are you guys doing?
Pretty.
Yeah, pretty good.
Hope everybody's doing okay out there. So what's been going on in your corner of the galaxy?
Well, my little corner of the galaxy got real busy.
That kind of happens this time.
Busy at the holidays? No.
I don't like busy galaxies.
No, right. I'm with you there.
Oh, man.
Ain't.
But I've just been watching Christmas movies. Tomorrow, Christmas Eve for us. I will bust out Elf, and I will cry all the way through it and get that done for the year. But lots of Christmas stuff on TV right now. I've really enjoyed watching the Rankin and Bass specials. I've gone back to those quite a few times. Just good, clean Christmas fun, you know. I'm honestly, if you guys are ever looking for something to watch, you definitely need to pull those out because I think they've got one for every holiday. I did finally finish all of Yellowstone. I was waiting on the last two episodes because I had read somewhere that the last two episodes were 2 hours apiece, and it was like, no, I can't do that.
Not all at once, anyway.
Yeah. Ooh. But only one was 2 hours. The other one was just an hour. But I don't know. I kind of like the way that they ended it. I think that with the situation that Taylor Sheridan had his hands in and what he produced, he did an amazing job. I mean, like I said, I know a lot of fans didn't know the behind the scenes trauma that was going on and everything else. So they were disappointed, and I can see that too, you know. But had they have known what was happening and that it wasn't a case that Taylor Sheridan just threw him off the set, I think it was handled very well, given what, like I said, what they had to work with. I can see the spin-ups that it set off, which is kind of cool. It does look like one's going to go in the direction of the Texas Ranch, and the other one, I'm not sure where Rip and Beth wound up, so it looks like two more spin-offs is coming off of Yellowstone. They're keeping some of the main characters. One of the guys, spoiler alert, one of the guys died. And they have been setting this up from the very beginning. It was Beth and her brother Jamie. They absolutely hated each other. He's like responsible for her being sterilized so she could never have kids or anything. He took her for an abortion. Now, this was back in the day. It was in Indian territory. And back then, when you performed an abortion on people of color or Indians, they went ahead and took your ovaries and stuff to where it wasn't just an abortion. You just couldn't have kids anymore. They explained this to him, and he was like, yeah, go ahead and do it. Well, he didn't explain it to Beth. So, all that happens. So you can understand she's pissed at him. Then he's shady. He's done some really bad things. He was responsible for his daddy dying. So the only thing I wish they would have done is I mean, she went and kicked his ass, don't get me wrong, but it was like after the whole fight was over and he's dead and everything else, it was like that's it. I mean, what? There was a couple of times that Jamie really got the upper hand on her, and I'm like, this isn't Beth, you know. But the way that was handled, she wanted him to get the upper hand because once it was all said and done, she flipped it back on him, and I was only defending myself. So it's like, okay, I can see that. you know. So all in all, I think he did really good. I still say it's a really great TV series. Now that it's over, you can binge it all. There's only 5 seasons. It was annoying to have to wait, a year and a half, 2 years for the second half of season 5. But like I said, everything that he had going on and the drama that was unfolding, I think he did pretty good on this. So that one is over with now.
Well, you got to remember not only the drama of Costner, but there was 2 strikes going on too.
Yep. But see, one of those strikes didn't hit him because he wasn't a part of that union. What was it, the AFTRA with the writer strike? I can't remember if that was SAG or if it's the AFTA one.
Well, yes, SAG is the actors.
Yeah.
Screen Actors Guild.
So it wasn't that one, it was the first one where I think they kind of got upset because he was still writing and he was like, wait a minute, I'm allowed to, I'm not a part of your union. I support what you're doing, but I'm not a part of that union. So I don't know if that one held him up, but I know the SAG one did for sure because I think all the actors stood down on that one. But I don't know. I think I may have used it on one of my news items, but for Kevin Costner to come out and say that Taylor Sheridan was taking parts of his movie for his TV series, and that's why he left, it's kind of like, dude.
Yeah.
Really?
You mentioned that, yeah.
Yeah. All this time that you've said something else, this is the first time we've heard this. And his movie's now gone straight to streaming, so I don't know. Maybe Taylor Sheridan stole the good parts. I don't know. But I wonder when things like this happen, does that make Hollywood go, I don't think I want to work with that person if this is, look at everything that happened over here. But I heard this is kind of normal for him, that he's kind of a diva. So do people put up with that because he's talented, or they just haven't got a good feel of it yet,
Oh, he's been around a while.
Yeah. Well, I meant like work for them where they can get their fill of it.
Well, I mean, sure, but yeah, I mean, it depends on how the money falls, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like anything else. I mean, if they'll put up with quite a bit if they can have
they're making the money,
his name behind it, and the increase in profit that will make.
Yeah.
So it's a juggling act.
I know he thought he carried that show, and I will not say that's not the reason people didn't tune in, because I think once they heard Kevin Costner involved, people did want to watch. But I honestly believe it was the story and the other actors that kept them there. Because, I mean, Kevin Costner was Kevin Costner, which, like I said, as much as a diva and I've complained about him, one thing I will never complain about is his talent. He's very talented at what he does. He definitely earns his money. But there were other great people on that set too. Luke Grimes, Kelly Riley, whatever the guy, Cole Houston, the guy that plays Rip, these all amazing people who are now getting their own shows afterwards. So it wasn't just him, like he wants people to think it was me. They were tuning in for me. No, maybe at first, But the Landman one, he's got some big names on that show. John Hamm, Billy Bob Thornton, Demi Moore. I I'm still shocked at Demi Moore. And the part that she's playing, I'm almost upset that they're underusing her. She's maybe had 6 lines in 6 episodes, so a line each episode. Have given her like really no personality. I mean, I think we've watched her swimming more than speak in this series. So it's kind of like, why did she agree to that? She's just now coming off as Stranger, which was a box office hit, to a TV series where she's got minimal lines. That's insane to me.
Maybe they're setting something up.
Maybe so.
Maybe she's gonna get a bigger part down the line.
Because that's almost.
She agreed to do this, so there must be something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or maybe they can't afford to pay her what she's worth, and she's only, I'll give you a few lines then. But I don't know.
Right. There's got to be a reason.
Yeah.
Either
but
there's
to
something
me,
bigger coming, or she's just there to support something for some reason.
yeah,
Who knows? We
such
may
a
never
waste
know.
of talent.
Stay on your T sites, and you'll find out eventually, I'm sure. But
Yeah. And I did hear that they are. It's a very strong possibility for a season 2 of this. So we'll see. Like I said, I've been really enjoying it. I think Billy Bob has proven once again he's a good actor. It's not a funny role that he's trying to fit himself into like Bad Santa and that kind of thing, where it was kind of like meh. He's really shown that he can act on this. We got John Hamm from Mad Men in there. Like I said, Demi Moore, but a couple of no-name actresses for like his ex-wife and his daughter and stuff. And it's like, if I was them, I would have used Demi Moore as the ex-wife. She would have had more of a dynamic in the film, But we shall see. She may have not wanted to play a bimbo.
right.
Which is what his ex is. So
There you go.
Yeah.
They may be setting her up for the passing away.
Yeah. Now see, her husband is like the big oil tycoon guy. Like Billy Bob Thornton answers to him. And I don't think he answers to really anybody other than like selling his oil to like Enron and BP and that kind of thing. So he's the top dog. And every time there's a problem, they play this music. And I pointed it out to Phil because it's like, they don't play doom music in TV series for nothing. There's always something they're setting up, and every time he comes on, like if there's a problem, he handles it on the phone, and then there's his wife, and he's like, hey, so it's like he switches it off. He never deals with his problems. So I think they're setting him up for like, I don't know, maybe a suicide or something. But there's something that's going to happen to him because that music isn't there for nothing.
He'll go up the stairs and he'll be never seen again.
Yeah. She'll come down.
But dramatically this time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But if something happens to him, she would be the person to step in and take his place. And I could see her playing a powerful person like that. So maybe that's where this is headed. But that is a big name just to write off, Yeah, other than that, I've just been doing my YouTube stuff and more coloring,
Cool.
Yeah.
That all sounds like fun.
Need the breathers.
Breathers are nice.
Yep. Yep. Don't kill them. Jails are crowded at Christmas.
They are.
You'll be sent with drugs.
I just had a flashback from Airplane 2, where the stewardess says, "I need a little breather," and sits down, and there's Hervé Villechaize breathing heavy.
Damn.
Anyway, go ahead, Mike.
Oh, I get to go. Okay. All right. So, I've been watching a documentary. It's on Amazon Prime, and it's called The Sound of 007. And here's a shock. It's actually a very nicely put together documentary about basically just about the music of James Bond movies. There's been a lot of focus in it on John Barry, which has been really interesting. There's a lot of stuff there. There's a lot of stories there that I had not heard before. That he didn't. I think he didn't make a big deal out of the whole thing, and so it was fun hearing some of the stories because he was a relatively popular musician in the UK in the early 60s. And just kind of, by his own admission, because they have, he passed away in 2011, so they had a bunch of interview footage of him from previous interviews that was, I thought, put together really nicely. And the whole Bond thing was like just complete blind luck thing that dropped in his lap. And he went on and, worked on it for 25 years before he finally just walked away. He wrote, one of the things that this documentary is emphasizing is the theme songs that they have for every Bond movie. He wrote like the first 6 or 7 of them himself. Yeah. Including some drastically different style stuff. He finally decided to stop doing it basically after Diamonds Are Forever when Roger Moore came in, which was not specifically because Roger Moore came in, but it was like, okay, I've been doing this long enough. Somebody else needs to do it now because I don't want it to lose I don't want it to lose the impact that it has. And so they started bringing in other people to do it. And that's the Paul McCartney story was pretty hilarious because apparently they, Broccoli and Saltzman, the producers, were looking around trying to find somebody to write the song. And somehow this got pitched to Paul McCartney. And so he went off and it was actually, they were talking about it because the interview that they used for this was with George Martin. And it was the first time that McCartney and George Martin had worked together since the Beatles. So like 5-6 years. And they put together Live and Let Die. And it was fun because they had people come and they'd bringing in different people talking about how cool the song was and how interesting and how different it was compared to the others in the previously. And so then it comes down to George Martin talking about him taking the recording of it to Broccoli and Saltzman. And so they listen to it and they're like, yeah, this is pretty good. Who should we get to record it? And George Martin was like, it took 5 or 6 tries to convince these guys that, no, this is the recording. This is it. This is the song. Here it is. Thank you and goodbye. Right. You don't need to get anybody else to record it. This is it.
Jiminy Christmas.
Right?
All right.
And he, I mean, of course, being the typical British guy. I mean, his first reaction was like, well, I mean, there's this Paul McCartney guy you could talk to, and they were like, oh no, let's try. And they're throwing out names, and he's like, and George Martin's being casual about it, going, yeah, that would be great, but this is actually, and it took me a few tries to get them to understand this was the recording, this was the thing, this was complete.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's stories like that throughout this whole thing. It's really cool. It's actually a fun documentary. Even if you're not a fan of Bond movies, and they're talking to people. They're talking to people that a lot of people haven't seen like in public in years. I mean, I hadn't seen Sheena Easton in years doing anything. I mean, and admittedly, I'm not in the UK, so maybe she's been busy. I'm sure she's been busy doing something, but I mean, obviously there's newer ones that I haven't paid much attention to and some of those stories are pretty interesting too. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's very informative. Even if you're not a Bond fan, it's still, even if you're just a music fan, it's to see how this thing has gone on for like 60 years now. And just kept going and doing it, and it's kind of a big deal, just kind of across the board, and so it's really interesting in that regard.
Yeah.
That is cool.
It is.
Yeah, I love Barry's work. There's a lot of great soundtracks out there that he did, not just
Right,
the
not
Bonds,
just the Bond stuff. He did a lot of really cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff he did for Thunderball was astounding.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that because it made it sound like it was played underwater, and that just struck me.
Right. Playing with sound to get an effect like that. Pretty cool.
This was on Prime?
This is on Prime.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely want to check that out.
Yeah.
And I'm going to throw this out here just to stir up some shit, just because it'll be fun.
Okay.
And this is going to be strange coming from me, but trust me, it all sort of makes sense. Saturday nights, I'm usually we have stuff. Our little family, we have stuff we do. We go out and do things on Saturday evenings, and so we come back, and I'm usually kind of done with people at that point. So I often come into my study in here and hide for a little while, like an hour or something, just to kind of have quiet time, because I've been like out and about and like at the grocery store, and it's loud and obnoxious there and shit. So this Saturday night, I did that and went back. When I went back out to where the wife and kid were, they're out there watching a movie. And I kind of look over and see what it is they're watching, and it doesn't take me long to figure out that it's Red One.
Huh.
Okay.
And they're about halfway through it, because when I walk out there, they're fighting snowmen. And so I didn't exactly sit down, because it's a Christmas movie. I don't care. So I didn't exactly sit down, but I was like moving around and stuff, and not far from the area. And eventually I did finally sit down and kind of watch the ending of it. And the controversial part here is that while you guys seem to not like it, I actually thought it was pretty good as Christmas movies go. And it occurred to me.
The Dwayne Rock one?
Yes.
Yes, and Chris Evans and
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons
Lucy
is
Liu.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I was kind of thinking about it, and I'm like, why? And I the only thing I can figure is that it's not that you guys, those of you who watched it, I don't remember which of you have watched it. I think it didn't have any. I think the problem didn't have anything to do with this movie. I think y'all are just hating on Dwayne Johnson, honestly.
Wrong. I know that's why I've kind of held off on watching it. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it, and I'll admit that I have. I don't want to say hate, but it just. I don't know, the whole thing with the Black Adam
Mm-hmm.
and his attitude was kind of what kind of really turned me off. I thought up until the end I thought he was okay. I mean, I didn't give a shit one way or the other. I mean, I can watch a film and it's like, okay, he's okay, that's fine.
Right.
It's an okay movie and all that. It's just that whole attitude. I mean,
My shit.
bless him for promoting the hell out of the movie. He did that every damn day, and that's awesome that he did that, because no other actors really do that. They get on social media and promote, and it's something regarding their upcoming movie. That was unbelievable. But just this whole thing, like he was going to be like the freaking savior.
Yeah.
And that kind of turned me off a little bit about him. So
I'd have to say the same for me. And then I started noticing it wasn't just Black Adam that he was that way with. It was kind of other things too. So it was kind of like, but I'll probably watch it. Just it's a Christmas movie, you know. And I do like a few of the Disney movies he has done, like Maui, amazing.
I mean, come on, J.K. Simmons as Santa. I mean,
Yeah.
come
and
on.
Chris Evans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Chris Evans is an interesting character in that movie, and his whole arc is a lot of fun. It's a really interesting. It's not a surprising thing. None of it is surprising because it's a Christmas movie. I mean, it's exactly what you think it is. How it's presented, I think, there's some fun in that. I mean, there's some heavy fantasy elements in this movie, which I thought was an interesting way to look at it. There's also, I mean, look at it in terms of a modern fantasy, and that's, I think, where you're going to get closest to whether you're going to actually like this movie or not.
From the trailer that I saw, it kind of reminded me of the Santa Claus 3.
I never
And
saw
it
Santa
had
Claus 3.
like Jack Frost and Mother Nature and the Easter Bunny and that kind of thing. That's kind of the tone that I thought it would have. Which I liked, like
Did
I said,
you
I liked
ever-
the Santa Clauses.
Did you? Okay. This is going to be. I'm going to draw a weird line here.
Mhm.
Did you see a movie called Rise of the Guardians?
Yes.
Because I've not seen Santa Claus 3, but what you're describing sounds a lot more like Rise of the Guardians.
Kind of. Yeah.
And in my opinion, because Rise of the Guardians I have seen, and Red One does bear some similarity to it. The characters are different. They're building it on a different frame, but it's kind of that idea.
Yeah.
Which I actually liked Rise of the Guardians. I find it interesting that apparently nobody liked Santa Claus 3, and I didn't see it, so I don't know. But
it wasn't the best one, but I still watch it.
Given the way you're describing it, it sounds like it wasn't a movie in that franchise to begin with. It was a different thing, which a lot of times those things are unpopular.
Yeah.
So maybe they should have called it something else, but
I think with 3 they tried to stick more with like the North Pole instead of him dealing with reality of being,
right.
out in the public and trying to handle it. But yeah. 3 was a whole different tone. Like I said, I like it. I like Tim Allen, so I liked it.
Right. And my deal is
the ones I've watched in the past week too.
There you go. And my deal is with Red One. You kind of just have to know what you're getting into with Dwayne Johnson as an actor. The character that he plays in this is, I mean, this is. I feel like this is harsh criticism, but I'm going to go ahead and say it anyway. He basically plays the same character all the time. No matter what he's doing, it's the same character.
Yeah.
It's there's not a lot of range.
Right.
Which sounds insulting, but the deal is he actually does it pretty well.
Yep.
Generally speaking, he can be as nutty as a fruitcake off camera. I mean, I am not judging anything for that because I don't know the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he might be the biggest diva this side of Kevin Costner. I don't fucking know. I don't care. That's I don't know. But yeah, I don't not see this movie because you don't like what Dwayne Johnson does when he's not acting. Because as Christmas movies go, it's pretty entertaining. And yes, J.K. Simmons is awesome. That said, I saw the last hour of the movie. I did not see the whole thing. He's not in the last hour of the movie very much. I'll give you that. But that's because of the story.
Yeah.
And it will make sense when you get there. But
I'll have to watch it.
and
Like I said, it is on my list to watch.
And there is actually, I will tease you, Liz. There is actually a character in it that I think you will like. And I think you'll know who I'm talking about when you get there.
Jensen does a cameo.
Not in the part I saw.
Okay.
If he did, he was under a lot of makeup.
Yeah, I don't think he's in that one.
So there you go. There's my controversy. I'm calling you guys out for this movie.
Well, I'll definitely have to watch it.
And a Christmas movie at that. Holy shit! What's going through? What the hell?
Right?
What's wrong with me? God.
Yes. His heart grew 5 times sizes that day.
Yeah, I caught him watching that one too, not that long ago. But anyway.
Yeah, I've watched all 3 versions of that one a few times this season.
Yeah, I kind of realized, in just catching a couple of glimpses of scenes near the end, also of Jim Carrey's The Grinch, I now understand why people don't like it. I'm not saying I don't like it, but I understand why people don't.
It's different. I definitely like The Grinch that was put out, I guess, after that one. The CGI one, or
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, I've seen that one too.
Yep. That one was cute. It kind of a different story than the original, but still cute.
Right.
And had good music.
I don't remember that much. But
yeah.
Well, that's what I got.
That's pretty cool. I'll just check out that one. Like I said, it's been on my watch list. I just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too.
Yeah.
All right, Les.
For me, Mike said something last week.
Did he?
And I decided to find something. Mike was talking about not finding anything on Tubi or something to watch, mainly the science fiction movies. So I started looking around to see if I could find a good science fiction movie. Didn't really find one. But I did come across The Phantom Planet, a movie made in the 50s, which had space travel, had monsters, all sorts of stuff. I thought it was fun. It was dumb as hell, but it was fun. And I recommend it. It's just weird. I can't describe it. But I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I highly recommend it, at least to watch, to say, he was right, which would be a first for me.
And what was it called again?
Sorry?
What was it called again?
The Phantom Planet.
Phantom Planet.
It only has two names I knew. Richard Kyle and Francis X. Bushman. And I wanted to see what Bushman had been doing at that time, because he was famous. There was a time where he was a big box office draw. And this was definitely post that box office time. But I have him in this. It was not something that made or caused the failure of the movie. It was just easygoing. I recommend it because somebody's going to go and say they were wrong about this or they wrong about that. That's fine. I don't care. I was still laughing. And then I switched my sites for YouTube. And on YouTube, I watched this little movie called Song of the South, a Disney movie.
Oh my God, that's on YouTube?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
From 1946.
That won't last long.
Yep.
Huh.
Disney will come down on that shit like a ton of bricks.
Mm-hmm.
Disney won't show it.
I know.
So it was fun because I remember as a kid watching this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Now they did put restrictions on it, like the famous song of the movie was shown on film, but not done in sound.
Oh, they muted it.
They muted that whole song.
Wow.
But you obviously know what the song was. If you get the chance, take the time and watch this. It's just interesting, and try to find out why it was banned for so long.
Well,
Huh?
I was going to say that's about the only way to see it, because Disney's never going to release it, and they'll never stream it. So
That was Song of the South, the one that had Zippity Doodah in it?
yes.
Okay.
It's just one of those that kind of escaped everybody. But the song is not something, or the plot is not something that would offend anyone. It was just that there's a story about a child who was whose parents were separating, and it was about him trying to cope, and his coping mechanism was Uncle Remus. So.
And a laundry list of racist stereotypes.
Mm-hmm.
Granted.
That's why it's banned.
That's why, yeah.
I don't remember much of it. I remember more of it because there was a movie that came out later called Savannah Smiles, and she
Okay.
told the story of Burr Rabbit again. I remember watching that as a kid, and it was like, oh yeah. So it was kind of one of those go back and rewatch it because I was like, where did Burr Rabbit come from?
Yeah. And I understand that part too.
Yeah.
But they were children's stories written long ago. And this version, yeah, it's been criticized, and the only place I have seen it is on it's only offered in a package of CDs or DVDs. I'm sorry, DVDs from Disney. And that when I saw that package, that was the one thing I wanted to see if they included it, and they did. So hopefully Disney will straighten up now and say, yeah, we're going to include this on our channel.
Don't hold your
I
breath.
know a lot of them they just went through and just edited. I think like on Lady and the Tramp, they took out the Siamese cats. Or I think more so their song instead of the cats, though. There was a few of the classics that they went back and took. They didn't completely take them out of circulation, but they did edit and modify those later.
Okay.
So maybe that'll be one that they edit and.
Yeah, my recollection is they wouldn't have a movie left if they did that with Song of the South.
Yeah, I was about to say that's going to be
Oh.
a lot of cuts.
It would, yeah, there wouldn't be enough left to release. It wouldn't make any sense.
Like I said, it's been quite a while since I've seen
Oh,
that one.
It's been forever since I've seen it.
Mm-hmm. Kid time. Yeah.
So that's about it for me.
Okay. Phantom Planet. It just seems that name sounds familiar.
I would say that Mystery Science has done it.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, but I wasn't sure. That may have been where I've seen it, but I was not confident enough. So anyway, not a whole heck of a lot on my end. Just taking care of other stuff. Finishing things up for Christmas and all that. So that's about it. I mean, yeah, still doing the body cams. A couple of crazy ones, but so I came across. We talked about this in pre-show of bits from the old Dean Martin show with Foster Brooks playing the drunk. It's funny to watch, but I made a comment that would definitely not be done today.
Probably not.
So, I mean, that's what made his career, and it was late in life. He was like in his 50s or so.
Yeah.
When he kind of got started up, and all of a sudden he's on D. Martin, he's on the Tonight Show, and he's doing all these other guest appearances, and he's playing. I mean, he's doing the same thing over and over again, but he's funny. He was very funny. So. But that is about it. So, do want to mention before we take our first break, a little bit of a programming note. No new episode next week. We're taking the week off because this would be our chance to get celebrate the holidays and get some rest and all that. And we'll be back the following week to start up 2005. So this is our last episode of 2024.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Yeah. So on that note, we're going to take our first break, and we'll be back with this week's festivities. And we're back. If you've been a long-time listener to the podcast, you probably will remember that usually our last episode of the year, we usually do a game night thing. And this year's going to be no different. We're just trying to take it easy, trying to relax. This is the time of year where, everybody kind of gets together and has fun, whether it's watching football games or eating or playing games or puzzles or whatever. So we're just carrying that on here.
Oh,
the show.
We're carrying on all right.
Yeah, bumps.
Carry on my wayward son.
Oh, now she's doing it.
Only because someone made a supernatural reference.
Right. I had to run with it.
Had to, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Anyway.
Y'all don't throw them at me very often.
So this is going to be our game episode, and we are bringing back, or I am bringing back, the game Weird Things Humans Search For, because I remember us having a lot of fun with this one. This is from Big Potato Games, I believe. The whole premise of this is the people who put this game together had gone into, did research of things that people actually search the internet for. And yes, there's a lot of weird shit out there, unfortunately.
Oh.
So the premise of this game is you're given like the beginning of a search statement. And then there's like a list of 10 endings, if phrases or whatever to that. So what will be happening here is the guys will have 30 seconds to come up with 3 possible answers. Okay. If they pick the most popular one, they will get 2 points. Everything else is 1 point. We'll have 5 rounds, and then if there's a tie, we'll do a tiebreaker. We're just going to do 2 games. So I'm sure y'all are happy about that. Shouldn't take us too long to do this.
It goes quick. And
it goes quick.
This will be edited for time a little bit, too.
Sure. So, let's go ahead and figure out our order. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 20, and whoever picks the number or gets closest will go first, and we'll go from there. Okay? We ready?
Yep.
A number between 1 and 20. Les.
15.
Okay. Liz.
13.
Okay. Mike.
I'll also go with 13. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to go 3.
Okay, so the order is Liz, Les, and Mike. I picked 12.
Cool.
So good job, Mike.
Mm-hmm. Woo.
Okay.
Liz
All right.
always gets to go first.
Huh?
Liz always gets to go first.
I don't mind Liz going first. Shit.
I don't either. Go ahead.
I was like, wait. Is he actually complaining?
What?
Wait.
No.
Okay. Are we ready for our first round question? Or search?
Sure. We're coming up with how many?
Huh?
How many options do we get to come up with?
3.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same number we've been doing before.
Yeah,
So,
that was a year ago. I don't fucking know.
a year or two, something like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool.
Here we go. If you're sick, can you? If you're sick, can you? And go. And let me know when you got your 3.
I'm good.
Mm-hmm. I'm done.
Okay.
All right. So, Liz.
Yep. I picked kiss, go to school, or be around your dog.
Okay. Les.
Should you call a doctor, drive a car, or cure yourself?
Okay. Mike.
Breathe. Call the doctor. Die.
Okay.
Pretty abysmal.
Well, y'all are fun at parties, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
That's
I'm worried about being around my dog, and you're worried about dying.
Mm.
Okay.
Sounds about right, doesn't it?
Liz gets 1 point.
Woohoo! It was the dog, wasn't it?
Yep. Get your dog sick.
Ah, very cool.
Okay. The number 1 answer is get your cat sick. Number 2 is smoke weed. 3 is breastfeed. 4 is get your dog sick. 5, miss your period. Eat ice cream. Sweat it out. Drink alcohol. Drink milk. Donate blood.
Wow.
Mike and I were kind of at a disadvantage there.
Neither one of us drink alcohol or give blood?
Yeah, really.
Or have a period, or
Wow.
something like that.
Well, I was thinking if you missed your period and you're sick, you're not sick, you're pregnant.
Ba-dum-bum.
Maybe.
That's the next search.
All right. Next search phrase. Exercise makes me and go.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay.
Okay. Liz.
I put tingle, hurt, and out of breath.
Okay.
Not for personal reasons.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Okay. Les.
I have got ill, tired, and healthy.
Okay. And Mike.
Tired, fat, horny.
Okay, we're not going to delve into that one. Thank you.
This is not me searching for things. This is what I think the internet would search for.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Les gets 2 points.
Damn.
Number 1 is sick. 2 is sleepy. 3 is feel worse. 4 is poop. 5 is depressed. Followed by hungry, angry, cough, happy, and itchy.
No, Itchy was not one of the 7 dwarfs, but okay.
Mm-hmm. So, all
One of
righty.
their cousins.
Mm.
Search number 3. Can I name my child? Can I name my child? And go.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Time. Okay, Liz.
I have a number, X, and Hitler. I mean, these are things people search for. Sometimes they're not the smartest, but
Okay. Les.
Wow, how to follow that one. I said God, after my dog, and anything.
Okay. Mike.
After me, after the dog, illegally.
Good choices.
Okay. Les has 2 and Liz has 1. All right. The number 1 answer
If
is
she got one from Hitler, that concerns me.
number 1 answer is Lucifer. Number 2 is Jesus. 3 is Adolf.
Close.
Number 4 is God. Number 5 is Hitler. 6 is anything. So there's Les's 2. Next is Adonai, Adonai. Adonai? I don't know. Next is Jehovah, followed by Doctor and Princess.
Doctor.
And Princess.
Doctor.
Sure, I guess. So, after 3 rounds, it's Les 4, Liz 2, and Mike, you say eggs, which he likes anyway, so.
see, the only reason I picked Hitler is because I heard before you can't name your child that. And so I know if I was kind of like, really? I'm sure somebody else was like, really? You can't? I'd never heard that. It makes sense. I don't know why you would do that to your child, but
That's the deal. I'm sure you legally can, but
yeah. And then I picked X because Elon named his kid Exion 123 or whatever it was, and they made him change that. So.
Okay. All right. Round.
Zappa named his kids Moon Unit and what was
Dweezil.
Dweezil.
Weasel.
Yep.
Well, Gwyneth Paltrow, Apple.
Yeah. A river.
So. All righty. Round 4. Is it possible to become a... Is it possible to become a... And go.
Okay.
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 All righty. Liz.
I have a saint, a ghost, a legend.
Okay. Les?
I came up with serial killer, policeman, and a priest.
Walk into a bar.
Mikey?
Hipster, tree, machine.
Okay. All right. Zeros all around.
Oh, good.
Number one answer, werewolf. Number two, morning person. 3, virgin again. 4, vampire. 5, cyborg.
Oh, I was close.
You were close. Followed by witch, god, speedster, billionaire, better singer. I don't know. I think we should have stopped after werewolf.
Yeah.
I just want to
These
say,
people are nuts.
I just want to
Yeah.
say, if anybody ever asks you if you're God, you say, yes.
Yes. That's right.
Include, yes, I'm named after my dog.
Okay, final round. Can fish go?
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay.
All righty. Liz.
All right. I have walk on land, climb a tree, or dream.
Okay. Les.
Okay. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say fly long distances, talk, or swim backwards.
Okay. Mikey.
You almost sounded hopeful there for a second.
Mel's out here.
Okay. Give you cancer. Remember things. Fly.
Okay. Les gets one, and that's it.
What?
It was a backwards one, right?
Yep.
Yep. Can they?
You'll have to search it and
You're
see.
going to have to Google that for yourself.
Okay. The number one answer is drown.
Okay.
Number 2, see water. 3, feel pain. 4, hear. 5, see in the dark. 6, smell. Followed by see color. Swim backward. Sleep. And get high.
Yes, take them out of your bong.
Wow.
Is that connected to the answer that we had earlier?
It's something like that, yes.
Probably.
And Google says, yes, many fish can swim backwards, but not all of them can.
So,
Interesting.
congratulations, Les. You win that game.
I'm
Yay.
sorry, guys.
Yay.
I tried to
Yay.
throw it.
Did you? You shouldn't do that. You could hurt your shoulder.
All right. Game 2. We're going to go ahead and keep the same order. And let's see. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
All right. From what age can babies go?
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay.
All right. We're at the buzzer. Okay. Liz.
I have stay on their own, feed themselves, and walk.
All very practical answers.
Okay. Les.
I have walk, see, and think.
Okay. Mike.
Smile, swim, see ghosts.
All
I bet
right.
you get one for the ghosts.
Mike gets 1 point and Les gets 2.
Ooh.
The number one answer is C. Number 2 is fight to the death.
What are they entering the child into a coffin?
I guess so. The octagon, yeah.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Number 3 is fly. Number 4 is drink water. 5 is sleep on their stomach. Followed by eat, talk, watch TV, go swimming, and remember. All right. Dun, dun, dun.
These people are weird.
Weird. Oh, man.
All righty. Round 2. Is it strange to... Is it strange to... Go.
Okay.
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 All right. Liz.
All right, I'm going to change it up and not go with what I think.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
So I put leak, like my cousin, or eat dirt.
She gonna
Okay.
act like she had nothing to do with these answers. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Bada ding 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 ding.
Les.
I have sneeze with your eyes open.
Ouch.
Open, let's see, walk through a graveyard or dream in black and white.
Okay. Mikey.
I don't dream in black and white, but I have to pee in my dreams a lot. Anyway.
As long as it's dreams and not in real life.
So far, so good, man. I'm just saying.
Which goes to my answer, leak.
Well, yeah. Not too far off. Okay, my actual answers. Hear voices. Yodel in public. Wear white after Labor Day.
Zeros all around.
We're not strange enough, guys.
Maybe we're slightly too strange. I don't know.
Right, we're a little hard on that one.
Hang on to that and see what you think after
Judge for ourselves here in a minute.
Yes. Uh-huh. Number 1, have no friends.
Aww.
2, talk to yourself.
That's why you have no friends.
3, dance so soon. 4, be sexually attracted to numbers. You still want to say by your comment there, Mikey?
Nope. I retract the previous statement.
Go to a bar by yourself. Not have Facebook. Be a virgin at 30. Travel alone. Date an older man. Imagine scenarios.
This is why I don't people, guys.
This is why a lot of us don't people.
Okay.
Is there a listing as to the age of these people?
If people look more like the number 6, it would be a different story. But anyway.
Yeah.
Ba-dum-bum.
Or like Les said, if we knew if these were like 12-year-olds answering or 50-year-olds, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's more fun to not know.
Yeah.
It's wiser, I know that.
Okay, round 3. Is it possible to go?
Okay.
Time.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. Liz.
All right. I have get pregnant by kissing, fly, and remember your dreams.
What was the second one?
Is fly.
Okay.
Help me.
Help me. Help me. Help me. Okay, Les.
Wow. I said walk backwards. Sorry, I can't read my own writing. Walk on air or dream all the time.
Okay. Well, you can walk on sunshine. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Don't feel good? All righty, Mikey.
Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. Anyway, grow another limb, fry an elephant, sing well.
Okay. Liz gets 1.
Yay.
Yay.
And you'll probably figure out which one it was. It was fly.
Oh.
Okay. The number 1 answer is be allergic to water. Number 2, learn this power. Not from a Jedi. You know? Ba-dum-bum. Number 3, fly. 4, live without a spine.
I know lots of. Never mind.
Yes, I know some of them too. Yeah. Lose a pound a day. Die from a broken heart. Have black eyes. Mikey's favorite thing, time travel. Swallow your tongue. And not dream. Okay, after 3 rounds. Les 2, Liz and Mike 1.
I got a point? Shit.
Yes,
Okay.
you get it in the first round. Yep. Okay.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Okay, here we go. Round 4. What is the world record for the most? What is the world record for the most? And go.
Okay.
Okay.
All righty. Liz.
All right. I have hot dogs ate, dog ownership, and fastest car.
Okay. Les?
Leaning into the dogs a bit there, but okay.
What else is new?
Try to prove a point.
I put down marathons, blemishes, and BBs stacked.
Okay. Mikey?
Marbles in your mouth, people in a theater, clowns in a car.
Okay.
Nice
Liz?
choices.
Yep. Liz gets 1.
Yay.
The number 1 answer is push-ups. 2 is dabs in a minute. You okay, Liz?
Yeah.
Okay. 3, cartwheels in a row. 4 is bottle flips in a row. Next is consecutive sneezes. Babies born at once. Marriages. Farts in a day. One-handed catches. And the last one is hot dogs eaten in 10 minutes.
Huh.
And we have a tie game, folks. Liz and Les.
Ooh.
Round 5.
It's the drama. The drama.
The drama. And which one of these two do I pick?
Pick that one.
No. Pick the other one.
Itty mitty.
I was gonna pick this one, but you want me to pick that one? This one or that one?
That one.
Yes.
Combined them.
No, don't combine them. We might need one for a tiebreaker.
Yeah. Of course, now Mike's pulling for a tiebreaker.
Yeah. Or he'll get a point and we'll all be
And
tied.
we'll all be tied.
Okay. Why do soccer players and go?
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay.
All righty. Liz.
All right. I have wear cleats, grab each other's butt, and not touch the ball.
Okay. Les.
Let's see again. Sorry. Think they're great. Cross dribble and fake falls.
Okay. Mike.
Weirdly, my answers are similar. Dribble, fake injuries, and take their shirts off when they score.
I thought dribble was a basketball thing.
When they're just kicking the ball along by themselves, that they actually call that dribbling too.
Yeah, they call it dribbling too. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Les gets 2 points. Liz gets 1.
What?
Oh, damn.
I gave him the number 1 answer, which is flop. Number 2 is wear masks, which I don't know what fucking game they're watching.
Me either.
I don't remember soccer players wearing a mask, but okay. Tape their wrists, wear cleats, exchange jerseys. Again, I don't know what sport they're watching. Wear bras.
There are women soccer players.
Well, I know, but I mean...
Probably meant jock straps or something, too.
Wear shin guards. Die.
Ouch.
Wait, what?
D-I-E, die. Why do they die? Well, if they're out there and enlightening's happening,
I mean,
Yeah.
anything can happen, I guess, but
Yeah.
Wear gloves.
Okay, that's a valid question.
That's a valid question. Raise their hands.
Because they're sure.
That's a throwback.
And Les wins again.
Woohoo!
Yay.
4 to 3 to 1.
Yay, Les is the champion.
Yeah.
Speech, speech, speech.
Pull your shirt off, Les.
Put some cleats on.
How's that? Huh?
Speech. Plenty of lip and tongue action.
That's what she said.
That comes from one of the shorts on public speaking. He says, yeah, plenty of lip and tongue action, which of course gets the guys kind of chuckling. For all of
Certainly
you
chuckling.
Right.
All right. On that note, we are going to take a quick break and be back to wrap up 2024. Welcome back. Another year ends. Boy, we had a lot of fun stuff this year. A lot of interesting stuff too, right, guys?
Oh, yeah.
Anything in particular that stands out? Of course, I'm saying this at the last minute for not y'all. For y'all don't have time to think about it.
Maybe just some of our interviews.
Yeah.
Preparation is for wimps.
Had what? David Pepose and Madeline and Amelia.
Oh yeah, I'll go over thanks here a little bit to all our visitors. So yeah.
Had a lot of fun doing those.
Mm-hmm. We'll try to do more of those next year.
Yeah.
Of course, the casting calls are always fun and interesting, seeing how we view
what kind
certain
of weirdness we can come up with.
people. Right.
Yeah.
Well, since it's already been mentioned, let me go ahead and do a special shout out to the visitors we've had on the show this year. Obviously Brandon Newman
Yeah.
and Carl Goad from our Doctor Who little
Specials. When they
panel. Yep.
Yep.
Julie Johnson. And of course, you mentioned Madeline, Holly Rosing, David Pepose, Eddie and Colleen Medina.
Oh, yeah, that was this year.
That was this year. Mm-hmm. And of course, Pitney and Amelia. We got Pitney back.
Yay.
Yay.
After all these years.
And after all these years, and of course, Amelia's been on twice, and love to have her on more often, but, she's got her own show to be a part of and life and all of that, so.
Yeah.
She's pretty busy.
Yep.
She is. Yep.
So. I'm sure quite a few of those will show up on the show next year, which would be great. They're more than welcome.
Yep.
And who knows what else might be joining us.
Fun, fun, fun.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can
So
talk
again,
Brandon
takes
into
people
coming
away.
back. I guess Doctor Who didn't do a Christmas special this year.
I think there is one, but I don't know. I'm way behind on Doctor Who.
I'll have to look that up.
Or ask Brandon. I mean, geez.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you know where he lives.
Hey, Bree!
I agree with that previous statement.
I guess just
Yeah, we were very lucky this year.
we were definitely better than last year. That's for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm excited about next year because there's quite a few topics that I'm really excited about us possibly talking about. So
Yeah, you posted a little teaser. That does look pretty interesting.
I've posted the schedule for the first couple of months. So yeah.
And of course, in my personal life, next year I will be another Mimi to a girl. Yay!
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be fun. Nerds in training.
Nerds in Paradise.
Yeah. Of course, because they're going to be with Mimi. Yeah, I think that was the highlight of my year. It was kind of that good news I needed, kind of take you out of the slump.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good news is good.
it is.
Is it though?
It is.
Okay. All right.
It's like in the book it says good news is good.
Yep.
We're down to.
Yeah.
I
I
don't know
think
which.
this year for me was a lot of firsts, and I needed it. So.
Well, a lot of firsts for me too. Some of these I didn't really want, so.
Right. And it's hard, but think we did it. We did it. We got a year behind us, and it only gets easier from here. Hopefully.
I think I've got a little bit more than a year behind me.
Yeah.
I got a fat ass behind me.
Don't we all?
Well, quit feeding Rocky so much and you won't have that problem. Jeez.
And I would like to thank the people I podcast with. You guys have been great again.
Yep.
You're going to bring them up again? God.
Yep.
Jeez.
I don't know who he's talking about.
I didn't. You're on a podcast, Les? Jeez. When did this start?
I know, not to get mushy, I could not have made it through this year without you guys. You guys have been my support. You've let me cry. You've let me scream, and shown up for me in so many different ways. And I thank you for that.
And all of that just tonight. But anyway.
Yep. Yeah. These are strangers. Who the hell are you? But I'm blessed to be able to do that another year with you guys next year. So,
well,
thank you. I love you.
We are lucky to have you.
Thank you.
You help us see things that we hadn't thought about. So that's always appreciated.
I mean, most of them are Jensen Ackles, but still.
I know.
Well, I wasn't going to try to mention that, but
What do you think of that Ackles posting I gave you?
That was so cute. That was really cute. Him and his wife, Danielle.
Yeah.
I guess I better not tell her what's going on Reddit.
No, probably not.
What are they doing to my Jensen on Reddit?
They're fan casting him as Batman, but the general response is he's too old.
Ah, I love him.
Too old. Love it.
Well, see, I thought that was the direction that Gunn said he wanted to go with.
He wanted to go middle age, but not old.
He's not old. Wait, he's a year younger than me. He's not old.
Uh-huh.
I'm just going to let that comment hang out there, I think.
Yeah. I'm not going to
know, I will have to throw my conspiracy theory out there one more time. He's voicing the animated. James Gunn said it will be cross-board. Animated will be live action, whoever it is. And all of the rumors he has shut down about casting, that is the only one he hasn't. So, thoughts for the new year.
Well, I mean, if we want to talk about Scuttlebutt, there's been talk about them. The reason why we don't have the Batman Part 2 is there's a serious possibility they may bring Pattinson into the DCU.
No.
That, I'm just telling you what I'm
right. He's just the messenger.
I'm just telling you what I've been reading. I was like, okay.
I mean,
I don't know about that, but
I like Pattinson and what he's doing over there. As an Elseworld, like they've said before, I think Matt Reeves is killing it with, the characters that he's pulling and the age of the Batman he's pulling. Given that, I think Pattinson would kind of fall into the same boat. Either he's going to be too young for what James Gunn wants, or he's going to be too old for what he wants. So stay over there. Stay in your lane.
Okay, but if Pattinson's too old for what Gunn wants, what does that say about Jensen?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they're ruling Jensen out because of age, that would also rule Pattinson out.
Okay.
So
that would also take Fillion out.
Pattinson out?
Take who out?
Nathan Fillion.
Well, he's Guy Gardner, so.
Nobody cares how old Guy Gardner is.
And the thing of it is, although Jensen is the age that he is, he doesn't look the age he is. He's played parts where he's been very younger than his age, and he's pulled it off. So
there's no
you
bias.
can dress him up or dress him down.
There's no bias in any of this either.
Completely
impartial.
But on Supernatural, they did play him as a younger guy. They did not play him as someone who was in his 40s. So.
Well, he wasn't in his 40s when that show started. He was a younger guy.
He was, but I'm saying they didn't really age him up to be what his age was. It's kind of weird because although things progressed on this show, it's not like their ages did, if that makes sense. Because then you also look at Jeffrey Dean Morgan. He's only like 5 years older than Jensen is, and that was their dad on the show. So when they brought him back into the show in season 15, he was the same age then that Jeffrey Dean Morgan was when they first casted him. So it was kind of...
Which way are you arguing here, Liz? It sounds like you're saying Jensen's old. That's what it sounds like. That's what I'm hearing here.
I'm just saying that actors hardly ever play their age.
No, I know.
Unless you look your age, they very rarely have you play your age.
Oh yeah, look at every teen drama basically ever, where all of the teenage actors or all the teenage characters are played by mid-20s actors.
Yeah, 20s and 30s. Remember 90210? Andrea? That was weird. She even looked like she was in her 30s, so it was like, honey, you're not kidding anyone here.
Is that what Steve Buscemi was making fun of in that famous clip?
Maybe so. Because, like I said, she's running around with these little girls who look 17 and she's 30, She's still a younger 30, but yeah, you could tell she was not a teenager. So I think he could do it. And he's definitely proved, with playing Soldier Boy that he can beef up for a part. So, James Gunn, if you're listening.
Once I've said it before and I'll say it again. Liz, you're an optimist.
Right. I have to be. That's like all the lists that they've been passing around with celebrity names. I always go to the J's. Please don't be there. Please don't be there.
Oh, damn.
So far, he has not made a list, so yay. See, and you guys won't have to hear me talk about him again till next year.
Or 2 weeks.
Right.
Yep.
2 whole weeks. Which isn't to
See,
say
I'm
that you
being
won't
an
post some
optimist
shit in
next
the
year.
Discord about him in the next 2 weeks.
But I think for my Christmas present, James Gunn's just going to finally announce it, Yes, Liz, there is a Jensen. You have a right to believe.
Wow. Just wow.
What were we talking about? I don't remember right now.
Thanks. That's what we were
Y'all got
talking
me started.
Oh, yeah, it's all for our fault. Yeah, of course. Every tangent Liz goes off on is our fault.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in a way. We did hand her a microphone.
Yep.
Yep. We give her a platform. Yep.
Let's say you give me a platform.
We have to. She's so short.
Yeah. And I know one day he's going to find our podcast and be like, why didn't I have the restraining order sooner?
Talking about Jensen or James Gunn?
Both.
Yeah, if James Gunn has heard any part of our podcast, there's already a restraining order. We just don't know about it yet.
Right?
And once again, that's Liz Newman, N-E.
LN_geek.
Mm-hmm.
I said even on restraining orders, I at least get an autograph.
Again, with the optimism.
Right?
What that glass is half full of, I have no idea, but it's half full.
How much would this go on eBay? I don't know.
Now, how much would you pay?
Yeah.
Wait, there's more. And boy, are we off. Okay.
Operators are standing by.
And obviously want to thank you, dear people, for
Tolerating this crap.
I was going to be a little bit more tactful, but okay.
Okay, be more tactful. Go for it.
Nah, it's too late now. I'll just go over here in the corner and just sit here and just be quiet.
Be more tactful. Pretty.
Go ahead, guys. It's your turn. Go. I'm just going to sit here and take notes.
That's okay. It's okay. Steve's already taken all the notes we need. It's fine. Hi, Steve.
Yep. It's like, damn, aren't y'all on break yet? He needs a break.
Steve loves our weeks off.
He does. Catches up.
But we do appreciate the support y'all give us. It's truly appreciated.
Yeah.
Glad you enjoy what we're doing.
Yeah. Glad somebody enjoys what we're doing. Jeez. We think we're nuts for doing it, but that's beside the point.
Hey. So, anything else before we go ahead and do our final wrap up and shout outs and end this thing? Put it out of its misery?
I agree with the previous statements. I mean, thanks everybody.
Poor Brandon. We'll just use that till hell freezes over.
I mean, between that and the black hole, there are some inside jokes that just never go away.
No. Although we need to have them back on so we can sound clip it.
And hey, I want to make it for the record. We talked about John Barry. I did not bring up the black hole then.
Nope.
That was.
Is he in that?
It's his music.
For it.
Oh. Yeah.
I thought about it, but I was like, let's just keep on going.
But now that it's come up organically on its own.
Mm-hmm. Les, any thoughts from you, sir?
No, not really.
He's not the best color man in baseball for nothing, folks.
Fly ball. God, I need to watch that again. I need to watch both the first two. Watch those again. It's been forever since I've seen them.
Yep, it has been a while.
Just avoid the third one.
The third one wasn't bad. It's just, again, like we were talking about third movies earlier. They're just very different.
No.
It just...
And it's just recast. I mean, that's the problem, is that the characters are different.
Well, it definitely felt like a cash grab.
Sure. I mean, they were trying to run with the title, for sure.
As opposed... At least the second one was different enough that you go, okay. Because they weren't a losing team that started winning. They were a winning team that lost their way and then regained it. So...
Yeah.
You didn't see it, Liz. What are you talking about?
I'm just agreeing with the previous statement.
Wow. His own mother throws him under the bus. He's not even here to defend himself.
Hey, Beak!
Okay, let's go ahead and wrap this up. All right, shout-outs. Let's do this. Obviously, first I want to thank Pop Goes to Culture for allowing us to be part of a great podcast network. Definitely check them out. There will be a link in the show notes. We also want you to check out the fine men and women who've been kind enough to spread the word of the fellowship on Twitter or X or however you call that particular website. These are the people who make up Potter and Family. Best way to check them out is to do a search, hashtag Potter and Family, one word. Just scroll through, whatever catches your eye. Please click on that link and download that episode. Hope you have a great time listening to them. Manny the Martyr, thank you very much for supplying the music to the podcast. There's a link in the show notes where you can check out some of their other music. And finally, you, dear listener, thank you for downloading and listening to today's episode. We value your feedback. Anything you want to throw at our direction in terms of questions or comments or whatever, please send them our way. Email address is email@thefellowshipofthegeeks.net. Or you can go to the website, go to the About Us page, and there's a contact form that you can fill out. Was mentioned earlier, we do have a Discord that you're more than welcome to come join. Sign up for Discord is free. The app is free in the app stores. We do have an open invitation on our homepage. We post a lot of news items, stuff for discussion, stuff to laugh at, music. We'll do some activities online, that type of stuff. So come join us today if you want to hang out with us. Social media, we're on Facebook, The Fellowship of the Geeks. On Instagram, Twitter, and Blue Sky, we are at Fellowship Geeks. If you'd like to follow our personal Twitter accounts, Mike can be found at Mikey Geek. Liz can be found at LN_Geek. Les may or may not be found at Fake Les Webster. And I can be found at Tom TC Geek. And from wherever you download our episodes, if you'd be so kind enough as to rate and review the show, it would be greatly appreciated. Anything else before we say goodbye to 2024?
Just thanks, everybody.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you very much, and Happy New Year. See you next year.
Woo!
Thank you for listening, everybody. We do appreciate the support as always. Until next time, which will be 2025, geek on, my friends.
We thank you for listening to the show. Comments, suggestions, and questions can be sent to email@thefellowshipofthegeeks.net. You can follow us on Facebook at The Fellowship of the Geeks and on Twitter at Fellowship Geeks. Until next time,